Welcome.
Welcome to Biscuit 10 RPG, everybody. We're gonna have some technical difficulties in the middle of this. I'm just gonna be upfront about it. We have a biological disaster currently happening to one of our players, so that's a whole thing. Um, ants, they're biological creatures. Anyway, welcome to Biscuit 10 RPG, everybody. Normally, I would be the one, as the storyteller, that starts us off with a recap of the game. However, last 2 weeks ago, when I had more than enough time to actually write the recap, I elected to do something different. From now on, we are going to do a recap from a character's vantage point. So, without further ado, Augustine, what in the green blazes happened in session 10?
Well, we socialized, we gossiped. Arguably, I don't think Kelsey is straight, but I would call the way she crashed the party a hate crime. I don't know, and I'm not even sure why you asked me. I don't report the news, I am the news.
Was the
That's what
You
you
recap
get.
asked.
That's what you get.
okay?
It's Augustine. Like,
Fantastic. So the news was he wasn't the news, so who cares about the news? Got it. All right, there was also some talking going on, so that happened. Now we're all caught up. The Kelzer has bum rushed into this place, grabbed Ashlyn with her chain, thrown her behind her, where Ashlyn was also blasted by Eldritch Blast coming from outside. And that is where we're going to pick up. Let me go ahead and share the map here with everybody. And here we go. Prior to this, we went ahead and rolled initiatives. So since biological is not here, Augustine, you are up first.
okay. I am going to start by I have enough movement for this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So I'm going to move in so I'm within 10 feet of Ashlyn. And I am going to. Here it is. I'm going to use my action to cast teleport.
Okay.
And I assume Ashlyn would be willing considering she's injured.
Yes.
And we are going to go. I'm sorry, this map is so big, so I have to zoom all the way out. Where are her main guards at?
So, to kind of set the scene again for everybody, the main guards that you can see that are actually still moving around are Valen and you all. Everyone else seems to be in some sort of suspended animation, including the Nixian guards that were floating around all over the place. They are all not moving at all. So outside of the party, Valen, Ashlyn, and Pelzer, no one is moving.
Okay. I'm going to teleport her back here. The
Okay.
two of us. Her like in the square directly diagonal from Valen, and then myself behind Johan.
Okay. So go ahead and put yourself where you're going to be, and you want her on the landing heading up to the throne.
Hold on.
Like
The
here?
spot right here.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
she is willing
So
and she will move there.
okay, so that is that, and then we're gonna use a bonus action to use one of my what are they called, the dream things.
You are going to use a bonus action to spend a dream point. All right.
Yes.
Fantastic. So let me go ahead and pull out the beautifully crafted Red Opera Tarot deck that you can get from Storyteller's Forge. That's right, everybody. Product placement. Woo! Now Rick can't be mad at me because I'm doing my job. All right, here we
I
go.
fully
Now,
understand this may be a very bad idea, but we're going for it anyway.
so
We've had worse.
I have two options. I can take off the top card and that one's yours, or I can flip the top card and go for the second. Your choice.
Second.
All right. The second card is the holy shit, the Ten of Swords. Let me consult my little book here.
The reaction.
Up. That's the wrong one. Oh, here we go. We're getting closer. That's the Queen of Swords. That's too far. It's too powerful. Here we go. All right. In front of you, appears a magical shield. If you are attacked while this shield is in place, you can use your reaction to change the target of the attack to the attacker themselves, basically reflecting something. That will
You just
last.
gotta stop hitting yourself card.
Yes, that will last until the end of your next turn. So that card
Legit.
has been
I like
drawn.
that.
Fantastic. So dream points spent. Anything else, Augustine?
Um, no, but I will say Augustine is going to be like trying to keep her body in some shape like angled towards Kelsier and blocking Ashlyn from Kelsier as much as she can.
Gotcha. All right. Fantastic. I do need to throw one more thing in here. Let's see here. Nope, that one's already done. So, Valen is next. Valen is going to step forward. Do what? What kind of crap are
I'm
you
not in the
talking?
initiative order.
What the? How are you not in the? You're there. You're 11.
I only see up to
Yeah.
Kelsier.
It stops after Kelsier for me too.
Okay. Well, one moment.
I honestly am only seeing Valen, Ashlyn, someone unnamed, and then Kelsier.
Okay, so that's what
Unnamed
I
is
should have
me.
done. Uh, nope, I got this. So let's go through here again. Do you see Valen and Ashlyn and Frankie? Okay. And
Yes.
you see Kel over there? All right. Where
Yes.
is Rosina? Where the hell are you? There
This
we
is a
go.
great way for us to vamp until Roman gets here.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and move you just a tad to add a turn. And you were at
Okay.
11.
hmm
Okay. Then I've got to do the same thing for that one doesn't matter because it's not there. And Reva is not showing up there, I'm guessing, right?
Right.
Nope.
Got it. 25.5. Here we go. Move down here, do the thing. Move back here, 25.5. Augustine, are you on there?
Nope.
Fantastic. This is great. Here we go. Going so good, everybody. Turn this into a weird, weird stream.
Suddenly an
25.
ASMR account.
I need this to not be a thing anymore. Okay. There. Okay, now we're at Valen. Everyone should be there with the exception of one, which is fine. I've got that one right here. All right, so Valen, finally, now that we're doing this whole thing, is going to use his lay on hands to heal Ashlyn 75 hit points, and that will be his turn. Also, just so you are all aware, if you're near Valen and you want to spend 2 of your hit dice, he can use his reaction to break a table and throw you along with a piece of that table at an enemy. So Keep that in mind. It is called Divine Grit. So have fun with that. So that's
That's
Yes,
Valen.
yeet.
amazing. I have absolutely no interest in that, and I feel like that would require a lack of dignity.
There's no
All right.
dignity in fighting.
It is now Ashlin's turn. Um, Ashlyn is going to yell out to you all to capture Kelzer. And then she is going to launch a flaming blast of divine fire directly into Kelzer's face. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's going to hit. All right. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll that in here. Slash roll 8d6. 8d8. All right, cool. Boom. Why in the hell did that have to be the exact same thing? All right, cool. So Kelzer takes 38 fire damage to the face. She's giggling maniacally. She thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread. Ashlyn is going to step back behind Valen. And Frankie, it is your turn.
I'm going to try something and hope that the fire to the face is enough. I'm going to cast Banishment
Okay.
on Kelsier.
All right. What is the save for that?
Charisma 16.
Charisma 16. Well, with that, that would be a 15, but she is going to use her Mythic Resistance, burning one of her legendary actions to succeed instead. As you see the magic start to take hold, and with a flick of her wrist and a grimacing smirk, she stares directly at you and then focuses back on Ashlyn as the magic that you cast at her fades.
God, you're an asshole.
Anything else, Frankie?
Um, Not at the I'm gonna scooch back a little bit.
Cool. Gooch it. Are you
Yeah,
able?
about
Okay,
this.
good. You are. Cool.
Yeah.
I was like, were you able to control your character? Did I mess something up
Yep,
already?
just mathing. All right, I'm
Fantastic.
done.
Alrighty. Hell over there. Runs right over here. I'm going to do a contested strength check with Icarus, who is currently holding a former version of Kelzer's fantastic chained crossbow, and see if she can't grab it from his somewhat cold, dead hands. And an opposed check, she grabs it. Her first action is to grab the crossbow, shove it directly under Icarus's face, and blast a hole through his head. So, with the amount of damage there, Icarus is down and bleeding. Kelzer, being petty, is going to use her second attack to just tear into him with her claws and hit, thus ashing Icarus and kind of just like kicking the ash aside as she finishes her movement right up next to Ashlyn.
If she ashes um Icarus in front of me, does that mean that I can have an opportunity attack through what's left of them?
Only if you have a reach weapon, because she was outside the 5 foot. However, let me double check something. Rosina would have gotten an attack of opportunity as she ran by, though.
Hold on. Okay. That's gonna be a dive, a great axe. Oh, that's not actually as bad as I thought. That's a 20 to hit.
Okay. That misses just barely. All right. So she has used 2 of her attacks. She is going to use one of those to stow her crossbow because I don't want to look up the stats for it right now. And she is going to use her flesh render to try to, I don't know, trying to kill Ashlyn. It seems that this is her primary target. 15 plus, yeah, that's gonna hit. So she does. All right, so Ashlyn needs to make a Constitution save. And unfortunately does not make it, but barely. All right. She begins bleeding profusely as if necrotic bile seems to be seeping from her wounds. She's not as damaged as she was, but she's not looking too great. She appears to be poisoned or something along those lines. And that is Hell over Zare's turn. The one thing that you see as she runs up, and as she ran past you, Rosina, is as she was running, you saw power kind of emerging from her. Something you didn't notice the first time you had interacted with her during the interrogation is that some of the stitching on her seems to be seeping out what appears to be power, raw power, and it starts to ensconce her, seemingly invigorating her as she goes forward. And yes, so Rosina, it is your turn.
All right. Move up. It's like 20 to get right in there. Can you tell me more about the thing where Valen throws people?
Yes, so it is called Divine Grit. Basically, what happens is Valen will grant any character access to the following sacrificial action. It is a bonus action. Valen will shatter a table with his broadsword, sending wooden shards flying, and then fling you into Kelzir. You must sacrifice 2 hit dice from your pool, but you may make an additional attack with a wooden instrument and then take your full regular action.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you are going to sacrifice 2 hit dice worth of HP. So you're going to roll 2 of your normal hit dice as if you would during a short rest, and you are going to take that much damage in HP as Valen is going to fling you directly into Kelzir. And given how close you are, I'm going to have her make an athletics check to try to stay standing based on the amount of damage you do on that first hit.
Okay, cool. I rolled 1 and a 2 on my hit die.
You sacrificed 3 of your HP. Well done.
Cool.
All right, so it's going to be an improvised weapon. It's just going to be a die 6. So if you're not proficient with like bar fighting or anything along those lines, it'll just be your strength modifier plus a die 20. Basically,
Okay.
you're attacking her with a stake of
I
dubious
do have
quality.
I have Tavern Brawler.
Oh my god, then you're good. Use your full thing on there. The perfect person to
Okay.
throw.
All right. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Cool.
And based on the
1d4
fact
plus
that you're
5.
familiar with this, you can use a die 8.
Oh, sick. Well, it's not great, but let's see. Uh, 2 plus 5, so 7 bludgeoning.
All right. 7 bludgeoning. Yeah, she's not gonna do anything with that. All right, so she does stay standing, but she is moderately surprised about what the hell just happened. So there's that. Um, 7 bludgeoning, done to old hell there. So 38 and 7. Okay, cool.
And then I can take my full action from there.
Yes, you get your full action from there.
All right, we're gonna do some attacks with my great axe.
All right.
First attack is a 27 to hit.
All right. Let's see here. That would hit. I'm going to use one of her legendary actions to parry. She's going to deflect. Actually, she is going to deflect this particular slashing damage out of the way. So that first one does no damage as she kind of pulls up her flesh-rending gauntlets and just knocks your axe out of the way.
Okay. Second attack. What do I want to do? Let's see if I hit first. It's 11 on the die. So that's also a 25.
That hits. Go ahead.
Okay. I'd like to make this a grappling strike. Immediately
Okay.
after you hit a creature with a melee attack on your turn, you can expend a superiority die and try to grapple as a bonus action. Okay, so I make a athletics check. 7 plus. And what's my superiority die at? I think it's a D10. Okay, that wasn't super good. That was a 16.
Okay. And that's the damage you did?
No, that's to grapple.
Okay, so it's going to be contested strength?
It's yeah,
Okay.
contested athletics.
Oh, contested athletics. Wow, I rolled low. 18 on the 18 total.
Okay, I
So
rolled really
not
low
grappled.
too, so
Yeah.
not grappled. Okay, I can roll damage for that
Yep.
though.
Absolutely.
D12. Ooh. 9 slashing,
All right.
and then third attack. Wow, I that's another 25 to hit.
That hits.
That's pretty good. That's 19 slashing.
Wow. That is significantly higher. All right. Yep. Nice.
Okay, and then that whole thing I did with getting thrown was my bonus action.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So I'm gonna end my turn there. Just trying to do
Okay.
some damage.
All right. That guy's dead. All right. So one round has passed. Riva is. I'm going to go ahead and say that Riva's activated dancing and all the other fancy things that Roman does. And is going to.
I
Yeah,
vote Riva just gets to have all of their turns in a row the second Roman shows up.
perfect. All right. We'll do that. Augustine.
So I am going to. Can I do a bonus action insight check to kind of gauge and see how hurt Kelzir is?
You can certainly try.
Okay. This is Augustine, so I have faith in her, considering she has a plus 17 to insight. 25.
So, you notice that there's been something like it does seem like you're getting to her, but the damage has been superficial at best. It seems that the attacks have been chipping away at some sort of unseen force around her that seems to be emanating from the scars in her, well, for lack of a better phrase, flesh.
Okay, yeah, Augustine is going to actually cast power word heal.
Okay.
Just got it. Gonna put it to use immediately on Ashlyn.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. She's back to full
So,
health.
you did say it seems she was poisoned, correct?
Mm-hmm. So
That should be cured now because of that.
I am double checking. I think she should be. Yep, until the wound is healed. And you healed it via magic, so that closes the wound.
Yeah. So, let me double check. 10. Yep, I can make it over there. I'm gonna just slide right on over here.
Okay.
And as Augustine kind of like sneaks around to help block her in, she just says, "Now you really didn't think I would let the killing me thing go, did you?"
She just
On
cackles
my
at
turn
you.
there.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of the volume here. Oh my God, none of this is actually playing from the right place. One moment while I have more technical difficulties. There we go. All right. Next up is Valen. Valen is very annoyed. He is going to attempt to smite Kelzer. He turns around, raises his blade, and slams into her. Yes, with a 23. And take the marker over the other end. There we go. And that is 80 radiant damage to Kelzer. As the force around her seems to be not quite gone, but definitely suffering. As I do math. Not quite. Still there. Okay. I'm going to keep that calculator up because it's going to be handy. And obviously, he is going to attempt to push Ashlyn out of the way and move her behind. She's willing, so he's going to use his action to get there and block her way. And now it's Ashlyn's turn, who, now that she's out of harm's way, is going to back up over here. And, of course, try to launch another volley of just ungodly power directly into Kelzer's face and miss. So that was bad. It screams by as Kelzer kind of twists her head off to the side, and it barely misses you, Augustine, as it flies by. This is obviously a shot of passion, not one of considered. Frankie.
I have an idea.
Okay.
It is going to require you actually agreeing to it. So I want to cast Shocking Grasp on myself and intentionally fail the save because I have the Remnant of Dete still. And when I wear that ring, if I am targeted by a spell or a magic effect, I can use that reaction to change the target of the spell to any creature I see within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that's a hell of a usage. But Shocking Grasp is a touch
It's
spell.
it
So I would
is.
say you would have to be close enough to have it backfire without like
No,
just
because I'm hitting myself and just redirecting the energy because that's what the ring lets me do. So I'd basically be throwing 48 of lightning at Kelsier because I electrocuted myself.
fantastic. So that is something that's going to be fixed in Red Opera Reforged.
Not now.
You're breaking things. I'm going to blame Rick for that one.
You know what? He would be proud if he was here.
Apparently he's too busy. Yeah, go ahead and roll the 4 die 8. You failed. It goes, and things happen.
All right, 4 die 8 going directly at Kelsier. There is no save for her.
I know.
And that is 19 lightning damage.
Fantastic.
I
She
just hit
doesn't
the
have
wrong
a way to
button.
stop that from happening, so that goes. Just more maniacal laughing. She doesn't seem to be phased by this at all.
All right, and let me see if I have any bonus actions. Probably not. Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell over there. How do I want to do this? Yes. She is going to Shadow Step over here. Right behind Ashlyn. Right next to Reva, so that'll be fun for Reva. If Roman ever decides to show up after he gets done doing a genocide on some ants. The bugs, not people's actual ants. That would be cruel. She is going to use a soul burn, where she consumes some of the power within her, empowering her till the end of her next turn. While empowered in this manner, she has advantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. This is an ability that does have a recharge, so if I don't get it next turn, I may only use this once. She is going to attack Ashlyn, hitting the first one. She is expending all of her attacks on this to try to get what she came here for. And that is 3 hits. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Okay, so we do this. Okay, got that saved. Okay, once again, Ashlyn looks beaten. That was a solid bunch of hits. She is on the ground. However, she does not have the ability to finish Ashlyn off right now. She used all of her actions to try to get that done. And she is going to use Grim Resolve, dealing damage to herself. And as she does that, you see whatever form or like force was around her dissipates fully now, as she effectively has absorbed the last of it in order to do this, and she makes, or at least attempts to make, 2 more attacks. Wow, that was destined to be a 1. At least one of them hits. So just so it's not automatic, we are going to do 1 die 12. Here we go. Five, 6. 28 damage, which unfortunately for you all is enough that Ashlyn turns to ash and falls to the floor. Now, with a maniacal glee in her eyes, she looks at all of you and goes, "Man, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. If it weren't for that map, it would have been much harder to sneak in this city." That being said, who's next? And now it's Rosina's turn.
Ashlyn turned to ash.
Yes.
Whoa.
Ashland
All right.
the floor. That didn't work as well as I thought it would. I apologize to everyone that may be watching this.
10, 15, 20. I'm going to use a dream point.
You are going to use a dream point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A dream point has been spent. Are we going to do the same way as last time? Drop the top one, or do you want the top one?
I want the top one.
Okay. Here we go. And we have the... Oh, good. The 9 of Swords. You would think I would have left the book open to that, but I did not.
Are these shuffled?
Yeah, they are shuffled. Just not as well as it could have been, I guess. Okay. So, as you spend a dream point, in your hand appears a kind of, not necessarily directly in your hand, but like where your hand would be grasping the hilt of your axe. In both hands, actually, appears two dual crossbows that seem to magically reload themselves. They will last until the end of your next turn. However, you do get a... if you use your attack, you will gain a total of 4 shots with each crossbow. So each one of your attacks is going to do effectively 4 attacks with these crossbow bolts. It's basically got 8, I guess, if you have 4 attacks. So there you go. Otherwise, it's just whatever.
So I have 3 attacks per action.
So if you use your action to attack, you will be able to attack a total of 6 times. However, after each attack, you must roll a die 8. If you roll a 1, the item will malfunction and disappear.
Okay. Got it. All right. So each attack is
2 attacks.
how many?
Effectively.
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, each one of those things gives you 2 bolts, effectively.
All right. What do I use to
attack?
attack?
You have the ability to use these. It's a normal weapon, so it's just going to be your dex.
Just dex. Okay. Well.
Dex and proficiency.
And proficiency. Okay. All right. First attack is it's not very good. 15.
Okay,
Switch
that
dice.
misses.
That's much better. That's a 25.
That will hit.
Do you want me to roll all the attacks first, or?
No. So that first one went off. I need you to roll 2 die 8 for me, just to see if the first one flaked out, and then the second one you fired.
That's 2 6s.
All right, cool. So they're both still there. You can make your next 2 attacks.
Okay. What's the damage on it?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is. I think crossbows are like hand crossbows, so I think it's a die 6. Plus your. I'm gonna go ahead and say plus 2.
5.
Okay. All right.
Next, we have a 20 to hit. I think misses her, right?
Yes.
That's a crit.
Okay, the crit is ineffective. Oh wait, no, never mind. That thing's gone. So yeah, you get your crit.
Okay, is that just max damage? What do we do?
It's going to be max damage for 1, and then you'll roll a second damage die.
Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry, you said it was D6 plus 3?
Yeah. Plus 2.
Plus 2. Okay, so it's 12 damage.
All right.
And then strike number 5 is, that doesn't hit, that's a 17.
All right. Go ahead and roll 2d8 for me.
2 and 4.
Okay. They're both still there. You get your final set of attacks.
That's a 14 to hit.
Nope.
That doesn't hit either. It's a 16.
All right. That was your action and bonus action. You got any free actions? Anything else you want to do? Movement, etc.
Rosina's just gonna yell, "What have you done?"
All right. Turn number 2 has passed. All right. Well, Reva's still gone. Augustine.
Goddamn.
You know you want to do it.
I know what you're encouraging, and I shouldn't because I don't even think this place is big enough for it.
It just means
Is
I have to
it?
look for it. Yeah, this place is huge. It's a giant hall. Look at all these people.
Okay, hold on. I need to check what this is really quick. Please hold. This should not take long.
That's fine. So while we're holding for this, I just want everyone to know that Biscuit Tin RPG, this stream, sponsored by Storyteller's Forge. So, you know, tell stories, kill monsters. Black Ballad, the thing we're playing, you can totally get that from biscuittinrpg.com. Got a form you can fill out and get you hooked up with a copy of it. You can also go check out the other stuff. We just released Legend of the Shroud. Got this sweet battle music. Pretty stoked about that. I'm a totally awesome salesman. So join the cult of Biscuit. Always looking for new patrons and followers and warlock. All the jazz, Go check out the socials. Be totally dope. This is what we call Phone It In Friday.
Yeah, you know what we're gonna go with classic move. We're gonna pull out an old trick. We're gonna go with Adult Gold Dragon.
Adult Gold Dragon. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find one of those.
An adult.
Dragon. What do I got here?
And
move that over here. We'll just go ahead and show that to everybody. It's not gonna be gold, but it is gonna be. Well, that's a premium asset. I can't use that. Oh,
well.
There's no gold. That's pretty cool. I want to do it just because it's animated. Here we go. What's the size on this bad mamma jamma?
Hold on. I don't know why I closed the page. I believe they're gigantic. I could be wrong. I'm sorry, no, they're huge. Huge classification.
So that's was that that's 3x3, yeah. Controlled by. Here we go. Save settings. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put you off to the side over here, and here you are. Your action was used to turn into this pretty cool. It's supposed to be gold, but it's not. But it is animated, so that's pretty dope. There you go.
I do still have my movement.
Yep.
So I'm gonna quite literally yeet into the air and fly and land right here.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, that'll be it. Because I don't think I have any bonus actions I can really do as a dragon. So
Totally fine. Valen was not
Bonus action,
expecting.
step on her.
I mean, you could make it questionable, like flirting or fighting, and that's just a bonus action.
Valen, obviously surprised by the fact that one of you has just turned into an adult gold dragon, but staunchly very upset about what's going on here, immediately goes over here to begin the assault by attempting to smite her yet again, and hitting for 80 radiant damage. He is furious, fuming, like just I don't know how you could absolutely portray the sound of pain and anger in his roar as he flies over and slams his broadsword directly into Kelzer. That is his turn. Frankie, there's a dragon on the field.
No part of that sentence surprises me anymore. It took a whopping once. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. And
23 to hit?
yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
And she cannot parry that because that is none of those attack types.
4d6. 11 radiant.
Okay. Ow.
And I'm going to scoot up closer. Move. Yeah, I'm gonna move up with everybody else.
Okay.
And that'll do me.
Alrighty. Hell over there. She is not about to fight a dragon. She's pretty happy with what she's done, and she kind of would like to take some more people with her. Who did the most insulting thing to her? Probably a lot of things.
So say pick one. Any of them.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and roll to see who she tries to attack. And that may even include the dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, here we go. Roll again. Roll again. Alright, 3. 1, 2, 3. She's going to try to go after you, Rosina. She is going to use... she's going to Shadow Step. Over here. She is going to attempt to hit you with her grappling chain. And we'll see what happens there in a minute. With first attack, does a 23
Yes.
hit you? Yes? Okay. Fantastic. So, with that, she is going to hit you for 22 piercing damage. You are larger, smaller. You need to succeed. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
It's not great. That's a 13.
13, unfortunately, does not work. She actually yanks you past, kind of hitting Frankie along the way, but she pulls you over to her. You are grappled, and she raises up her claw to slam down into you.
If she's pulling her past me, can I reaction grab her and try and
Try to
opposed
stop it?
grapple.
Yeah, go ahead. It'll be an opposed athletics check between you and Kelzer.
All right.
19 is the DC.
18.
Ah, unfortunately, you're not knocked down, but you are pushed out of the way as Rosina gets pulled. You are attacked with a Flesh Render Gauntlet. 21 hits. That hits. And one final attack. That will 19 hit
Me
you?
or Frankie?
No, Rosina.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and roll these. They're all separate, so let's go back over here. Alright, so this is the first one. The first hit is 27 damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You'll have to make 3 of these.
That's a 10.
Okay, that fails. You are wounded. You suffer grievous wounds. At the start of each of your turns, you have to make this save again. Each time you fail, the damage increases. It's going to be a die 10 worth of damage every turn, and it increases each time you fail until it's healed.
Okay.
So you failed the first one. I'm not going to make you make the other ones, but that is a total of 104 piercing damage as she just continuously punches into you with her flesh-rending gauntlets and tears just like holes in your beautiful dress. Rosina, it is your turn. You are currently grappled, and I need you to make another Constitution save.
Okay, hold on. I have to.
Sure.
Okay. All right, con save. It's all better. 18.
Unfortunately, it does not save. So that is
Okay.
6 more damage, necrotic damage to you.
How much? 6?
6 necrotic, yes. Next turn, it will be a save, or you'll take 2 die 10. But, that being said, go ahead and start your turn.
Okay, that wasn't very nice. I'm grappled, right?
Yep. You have an escape DC. I'll go ahead and give you its DC 22.
Okay. Is it an action to try and escape?
Yes, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do that. What do I add to this? What kind of check is it?
It is your choice of either athletics or a sleight of hand. You could do that as well. To try to slip free,
Okay.
basically a dex check of some sort. I don't know if acrobatics would really work for this.
I got a 13.
All right, unfortunately, you are
fine.
still in there.
Well, I guess I can use another dream point as my bonus action.
All right, dream point, top one or second one, or I can pull one randomly from the deck. I don't care.
Oh,
This
give
is-
me a random.
All right. Here we go. We are going to pull out the 3 of coins. I don't know which one's coins in here. That's cups. That's the wrong one. What?
Pentacles,
can't be.
John.
Oh, is that pinnacles? Those don't look like pinnacles. Whatever. Like coins. Anyway, it's 3. 3 of them. What happens with 3? You know what? All right, fantastic. The air shifts around you magically, as if a memory kind of empowers you in a way that you can't quite figure out. You remember a time where you had helped with a coordinated sabotage effort against a foe in the past, and the memory of that sparks magic around you and actually shoves off the chains, much to Kelzer's surprise. And you can use your half of your movement to stand up, and you regain your action for the turn.
Wow. Okay, that worked. Cool. All right. I'm not very happy about what just happened, so I think let's see. Should I smash Kalzir? It doesn't seem to be doing that much.
She has taken a significant amount of damage. She looks like she's actually starting to, I mean, whatever bleeding looks like on a soul. She's not quite bloodied yet, but she absolutely does have a significant amount of damage on her.
Okay, I'm gonna take my 3 attacks with my axe.
Fantastic.
First attack is 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Here's my D12. Oh, nice. Max damage. That's a 20 slashing damage.
Right. Fantastic.
Second attack, that's a 17 plus 14. 31 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And I'd like to try and make this a grappling strike as well.
All right, you gonna try to reverse this grapple? Let's do this.
Yeah, contested athletics.
All right, here we go. As a 23.
I got 25.
31.
Oh, I need to add my superior die to it. Hold on.
Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Perfect timing. Let me go ahead and fix all this stuff real quick. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. We're all gone, everybody. Hang on. Here we go. I don't know what is happening here.
Hello? I'm here.
Hello? Is that everybody? How is this all jacked up? Oh, that's right. I got to do this. Here we go. And almost.
Roman, to catch you up, you're in your dance. You've got 3 turns banked. I personally think we should just, after Sarah's done, just let them all go at the same time. Ashlyn is dead-ish, and Kelsier continues to be a bitch. Also, Augustine is a dragon again. And that's what you missed on Glee.
Not expected. Okay. Let me.
Nice.
Where's my? There it is.
There we go. I got it all fixed. Hooray.
Thanks.
That's all.
Okay. What was Kelsier's athletics check?
31.
Oh, I also got a 31.
Oh! You know what? Because of that, if you want, we can do a roll-off, because otherwise it's a save. So we'll go ahead and I'll let you go again.
Okay.
And I will re-roll as well. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, I know what she's doing next turn.
29?
Yeah, I rolled an 18. Oh wait, 15. She is grappled.
Okay, and then I need to roll damage for that one. That is not good damage. That's a 9 slashing.
Yep.
And then if she's grappled, do I have advantage on the next
You
attack?
do. You do have advantage.
Hey. That's a that definitely hits. That's a well, I can do math. 33 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Not the best damage. That's a 10 slashing.
All right. Yep. She's looking bloodied. Like you've taken a good chunk out of her. I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see if she got that back or not. Chances are she probably didn't. And also, I've lost my die 6. What the hell? How does one lose a die 6? I guess I just won't roll it. All right,
You forget
whatever.
to cherish it.
No! Oh, there it is. It was on the other side. All right, she does not get it back that way. All right. Anything else, Rosina?
Rosina's gonna turn to Riva and say, "Kill her!"
All right. Here we go. I'm going to use a legendary action. She is going to consume souls. She is going to use some of the energy that is dormant inside of her. Oh, never mind. She can't do that. So that doesn't work. No one's dead. Yeah, she's going to shadow step because it is the end of this turn. And as you see that, people are starting to slowly move again. So she's going to shadow step over this way. It looks as though she is trying to flee. That being said, Riva, everything for you begins to speed up. You are going to get 3 turns in a row as you're finally like, oh, shoot. It is your turn.
Can she shadow step when she's grappled?
Okay.
Yes, because it is like casting a spell, and it is an ability for her. So she's managed to break out of your grapple by magical means.
So if I get all 3 turns together,
Yep.
do I get to use all my 3 movements too?
Yes, you do. Go for it. Kick ass,
Right.
Seabass.
Am I already dancing, or do I need to still do that?
Yes, I went ahead and said that you started dancing.
Thank you. Okay.
You're very welcome.
Give myself the D8 I get from that.
All right.
Speed over to right in front of her.
That's incredibly rude, but go ahead.
And I will Hexblade's Curse her.
All right.
That's my first bonus action.
All right.
And then if you don't let me go 3 in a row,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do Branding Smite on my second one.
All right. What kind of damage does that do?
Radiant.
All right. Is that instead of your normal attack?
No, it adds on to my attack.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and use her remaining legendary action to take no damage from that as she parries your sword away before it can land its attack.
Okay, so my first attack just whiffs.
Yes.
Okay, I got 5 more.
Yeah, I'm fairly. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine, guys.
I will also Beautiful Feint. I need a. I think. Let me check. Actually, I think it's Insight from her.
Yeah. An insight.
While you're reveling, I make performance. You make a insight check. If you beat me, if I beat you, you get disadvantage on any creature besides me, and I get extra damage.
Fantastic. Her insight is a 15.
Okay. My dance is a performance, so it is a 29.
Yeah, I'm not gonna beat that. Carry on as you were.
All right. And then I'll just take all 5 attacks.
Go ahead.
All right. This will be. Let's just do them. First one is a 15 plus 20, so 35.
Okay.
Second one's a crit because it's 18, so.
Okie dokie.
This is the most poetic thing, and I really hope this kills her. Like, I really do, because like if anyone deserves to kill her, it's Reba.
Second one's a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit. The AC is 21, just to speed it up a little bit.
Fourth one hits. Last one also hits. So it's 4 hits, 1 crit.
All right. Just go ahead and give me all the damage. There's nothing she can do to reduce it.
I will start with the crit.
Okay.
Getting proficiency bonus damage from my feint and from my hexblade, so I'm getting plus 12 along with the damage. All right.
Fantastic.
So first one is dices. That's what 13 plus 10, so 23 plus 12 is
35?
35. Yeah, 35. So crit is 35. First 2 hits. Or I should do one at a time. Second hit is 6 plus 10, 16 plus 12 is 28. Third hit is 9 plus 12, 10 is 19 plus 12. So 31 on the third one. 15 plus 12 is another 30 on the fourth one. And fifth one
How
is...
do you want to do this?
Yes.
As Riva sort of, I guess, unfreezes and speeds over to her as quick as she can, she sees the dead Ashlyn, and as Rosina yells, "Kill her!" says, "It'll be my pleasure," and just takes the sword and just starts slashing across her. And the last one, she looks right in her eyes and says, "I wonder if you look like your sister when I kill you." And just decapitate her.
I'm going to give you inspiration for that last one-liner. That was fantastic. As you're lowering your weapon for that killing blow, she just looks at you and says, "It's fine. I already did what I came here for. Hey. See you later, King." And she just falls back as her body turns to ash.
I'm gonna do it. I fucking hate this bitch. Before her body falls, I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna, what is it called? Consume soul. What's it called?
Oh, you're going to use your ability.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I made that. I just don't remember what it was renamed to.
What? You can consume souls?
Oh yeah, this is going to be something she might have to explain.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I mean, at this point, I think we're all just so happy this bitch is dying that we do not care.
I mean, that's also fair. All right, it is.
It's called
Seam. Is it Seam Ripper?
Yes. Seam Ripper.
Oh wait. Yeah, when a
Seam Ripper.
creature within 30 feet of you dies, you may spend a reaction to make a Constitution check.
Okay, I'll make that. Constitution. I want to beat this, don't I? I'll use my D6 I got. Oh, I'm a D8. I can really beat this. 12, 13, plus 1 D8. Where is it? 18.
Okay. On a 15 or higher, you claim a piece of the creature's soul, weaving it into your own and extending your lifespan a number of months equal to the hit dice the creature had.
It's a spicy set of hit dice.
That is 21 months.
Ooh. All right. I'll write that down.
You've got at least another year in you. All right. So, with that being said, you're closest to the window, Riva. I'm gonna go ahead and say that your insight picked up that she wasn't talking to you as she fell backwards. Give me a perception check.
Really good. Hold on. 19 plus 25.
You turn around at that thought and look out the window, the shattered window behind you, and you see standing on top of the building a series of people, but one thing stands out more than any of the others. There is a figure, very regal looking and stoic, wearing what appears to be a wooden crown. And as you look a little bit closer and your eyes focus, you realize that that is Dorian, the accursed king. And you notice that he's watching this from afar, and you see that there are other warlocks gearing up to throw eldritch blasts in. And then you see him kind of just wave his fingers, and they all kind of turn and vanish. And with that, we are out of combat. Everyone in the room starts to be able to move around again. Without skipping a beat, Valen runs to the nearest Nixian guard and is yelling for them to send emissaries to find out where she went. Make sure someone gets out to the field and is there when she gets back. And they fly off in a hurry. Those of you that are kind of looking around, taking in what's happened, there's a mess everywhere. Obviously, a broken table, a few other things. Unfortunately, unable to apprehend Kelzer, as that was a pretty swift execution. What you see in the ash piles, Ashlyn obviously didn't have her weapon on her, so you don't see anything there. Valen goes to clean her ashes and pick them up, kind of clean up some of the mess that he's made. Let's see here. There is in the fallen companion, Icarus. You see a book and an amulet that is left behind.
Can I pick them up?
Yes. The book has wording on it that you can't quite make out yet, and the amulet, it's immaculate. So you can add those to your inventory, and I will let you know what they do if you ever decide to use them.
While she's doing that, I'm going to run up behind her and just slap her with a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Yeah! Heck yeah!
16. 25 points of healing.
Perfect. Thanks.
Augustine is gonna pop back from dragon form, and she also can heal if you need more healing than that.
If we can take a short rest at some point, I might be okay. But
Okay.
Yeah, Valen looks at you
Thanks.
all and says, I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for getting rid of her. I need to figure out what's going on, and you're free to stay here while we look for her, and while we try to hunt down the people that were outside.
She's in theory gonna be fine, right? Like we've seen Johan pop back. I assume she does that too.
Yes, however, based on the information that we've gathered, and your companion here has gathered, as he motions to you, Augustine, um, she may not be here right now. But feel free to relax. I'm going to have the guards posted outside, making sure that nothing gets in, and I'm going to do some recon for myself. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask one of the Nixian guards. If you want to go out and assist, we would appreciate it greatly. But it does seem that some of you have definitely taken some grievous wounds, so it is your choice. As he walks off. He's motioning to Nixian guards to making sure that the other guests are taken care of and escorted safely back to whence they came. So, with that being said, you all have some time here. What would you like to do?
I'm stuffing snacks in my pocket. This was a high quality spread, and there's no reason to let it go to waste.
Fair enough. No one is stopping you. They're all too freaked out. Except for the Nixian guards, of course, who are busy doing a job.
I'm gonna go approach the group.
Okay.
We can't rest long. That was Dorian. That him and his men. They staged this.
Yes.
Oh, I
Did you
luckily didn't sustain too much damage, and I can help heal people up. We need to get moving quickly.
Do you need healing? I can heal.
So those 6 improve.
So nice
I
that
just-
all of us have some level of healing.
Hold on.
except me.
You know what? You took a capital B beating, and that's something that like I would have fallen over immediately on. So we all have our strengths.
You are essentially a fucking shield. Like,
I'm-
that was impressive.
I'm the sponge. I'm still short about 130 HP.
Okay, I'll give you a 4th level cure wounds. The 7. I rolled really bad. Use all my good rolls for the fight. That was 7 plus 10 plus 4, 14.
Thank you.
I'll give you another 2 second levels.
So I will tell you all that you will all have at least a short rest before anything else happens. So
Okay.
27 healing as well.
14, 15,
Thanks.
19 healing to you.
Okay, thank you.
We're just making it rain healing.
I love it.
I-
raining healing.
Anyone else?
Can
How
hit
much
you
was-
with another 3rd level cure wounds as well.
How much Roman was, or Reba, how much was yours?
The second one was 19, I think I said, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first one was 15, 14, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Another 15 from me.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm looking better. All right, let's go.
All right, where are you planning on where are you all planning on heading, if anywhere?
Actually, before we go, can I dig through what's left of Kelzier's ashes and see if she dropped anything of use? Like
Yeah,
hypothetically that map?
Yes. Go ahead and do a search to see if there's any. Actually, I'm going to give you a roll me a percentile.
37?
Yes. You see the ash is covering up what appears to be the remnants of the map. It seems that it's a little worse for wear because it looks like when it was grabbed, it was crumpled up and shoved in her pocket at some point. No care taken. No bothers given, as it were. And there are a couple daggers and such that are left behind, but nothing of major import. It seems that her other stuff has gone with her.
The map was the biggest concern that I had, because we don't need that poking around somewhere else.
What's the map?
Icarus had given her a map to the city, and ideally, we don't need the enemies to get that back in hands just because we were careless. Like, she already knew how to find us and Ashlyn this time. We don't need to make it worse.
All right.
So where are we going?
Yeah, I mean, it is up to you. You all survived the encounter. You don't have anyone to interrogate. You're free to do as you please. Yeah, there's not much that can be done right now. Johann simply walks up to you all and goes, "Well, I've never been frozen like that before, but I mean, if you guys want to take a powder, I'll come get you if I hear anything. I'm sure she's gonna want to talk to y'all when she gets back."
Yeah, that'd be good. We were also talking before the fight about getting the components for a scry spell, weren't we?
Oh yeah. I I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah,
That was an Augustine thing.
Oh yeah. Not a
So if we
clue.
can get that, we can probably find Dorian instead.
Yes,
look,
there is
wow.
that NPC
So-
does have the ability to get the stuff that you needed. So I
Well,
remember.
but now we know that Dorian has sort of met back up with his people, and his people already have a camp outside of the city. One would argue that would be a great place to look for him. On the other hand, we don't know if the Claw is reconnected with his people. He could be anywhere else out there.
I'm a
mean-
little worried about running into an entire army. I'm strong, but I
I mean, at this
I have
point,
my
for all we
limits.
know, bygones are bygones because they're both dead and they're working together.
Well,
Like,
not
we should
only
maybe
that,
find out what's going on before we go anywhere else.
I was on good terms with Dorian when I died. I don't know about the rest of you, but I was on good terms with him.
Oh
No.
So-
Not so
Technically,
much.
indirectly, your fault,
Well,
but
it wasn't.
you were
no,
dead. What
don't
did you
blame
care?
her. It wasn't my fault either. I'll be frank. It was the other people in our party. When you died, Dorian sort of came over and stepped over your body in a very rude way. And they sort of reacted very negatively to that. They sort of attacked him. And I yelled at him a bit.
And Isa cold cocked him right in the mouth.
Yes,
She was
yes.
very proud of that story. It might be the last time anyone put damage on that man.
Yes, well,
Well, apparently
my
someone
point
killed him,
is
so I didn't think.
Fair enough. Lacroix doesn't count, though.
that's
We don't give
sort
credit
of,
to assholes.
that's sort of an opportunity for a potential free pass to get in there, figure out what his plans are. Maybe even manipulate him into helping us find the Claw and handle the Claw. And then we take out Dorian in the aftermath.
Do we really think Dorian's is going to be buddy with us after we just murdered one of his generals?
To be fair, did anybody really like that general, or did they just put up with her?
It was his general.
Murdered an
I think
unhinged
it was valuable to
psychopath
him.
Eh.
that was
Rosina, what do you
actively
think?
fighting the standing monarchy. I
He
think a
just-
king would approve of what we just did.
I just think we made ourselves very clearly in favor of the city here, not Dorian. So I think if we just approach him, he's gonna probably take the chance, probably to finish us off. We're seen as a threat.
I mean, if you're too afraid to, I can walk in there on
I'm
my
not
own.
fucking afraid to. All right, let's get this very clear. Afraid
I
is not what
don't
I am.
know because
I
You
this
just
know
think
sounds like
exactly
you're
what bright
afraid.
red button to slam down
I
on, and
just
that's
think
not
we're
fair.
walking into a big old army with nothing, like thinking like, oh, let's go be buddy buddies with the king and his army. Like they aren't gonna kill us the moment we walk through. I just want to like set your expectations at a certain level.
Rita, it's okay to be afraid. That's a
I'm not
natural
afraid.
reaction. I just wasn't expecting you to be the one who was afraid.
All right, let's go to the camp. Let's go kill him. I'm ready to do it.
We can
I wanted to do
argue
it in the
about
first
this on the
place.
way over there.
Fuck it, I'll slaughter our army. Who gives a shit? They won't stop me.
Rosita, do you maybe want to come with me to Benny's real quick? It's entirely possible she might have something to help with the spots that you're still leaking
Oh no.
before we go out
Yeah,
and
that
try and
sounds
find an
great.
army.
Quick stop by Benny's sounds good.
So obviously, Frankie and Rosina are going to go to Benny's. Augustine and Riva, are you going to go with them, or are you going to go, as Riva put it, go fight a fucking army?
We're gonna go with them because while Augustine was in fact baiting Reba so that they would go try her way, she is not dumb enough to say it should just be the two of us.
Why? I can see you. Were you scared?
No, I'm intelligent and I plan for things.
So
Whatever you say.
you all head towards Benny's, and behind you, you hear some of the nobles that have stayed behind. There's some bickering of sorts that begins. Pretty standard stuff for nobles, throwing shade at each other about like whose fault it was. And as that echo dies in the background, you all find yourselves probably about 45 minutes later, sitting at a table at Benny's. Yeah, go ahead, Frankie,
Sorry,
before we leave, I guess.
yeah. Before we leave, I want Frankie to turn around, like right before they hit the door, and just yell at the nobles, "No, this was all of your fucking faults," and leave. For no other reason than they want to fuck things up.
Okay. All right. They all look at you very confused.
Middle fingers up, walking out the door.
Well, that changes the direction of their bickering. Fantastic. You all find your way back to Benny's about 45 minutes later. There's some fresh lemonade and some brownies and a multitude of other foods. It seems like this area hasn't really been touched. I guess that the damage that was dealt stayed in the central area, and it doesn't look like anything's happened since then. So, at Benny's, what do you all do?
How much healing do you need still?
Well, can I short rest at Benny's, I guess?
I'd imagine
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah. You it'll be about an hour. You can definitely short rest.
Okay. I can get the rest of my healing from hit dice then.
Cool.
I'm gonna pick up my armor because let's be honest, if we're doing something stupid, I am not going in unequipped.
All right, fair enough.
Can
All right.
I ask Benny if they by any chance have anything to help Rosina? Like, again, generally with all the holes in her.
Well, if you need a tailor, but if you're talking about
the
healing,
body ones, not the.
not
Does
really my
anybody
area of
here by any
expertise.
chance? Does anyone staying here by any chance know anything about healing?
I could certainly walk around and ask, but most of the people here are not really the adventurer sort. There's a few. I'll see if there's anybody. She walks off into one of the tenements, and she disappears for a little bit. She comes back about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later. She's like, this with a cleric in tow. Looks like a cleric of Cord. And he walks down. He's like, "Ah, fight. I can't do much. Healing was never my forte, but I do have a little bit. If you'd like, I could definitely provide aid to one which is battle hardened."
That I would appreciate it.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a spell with magic, and I'm gonna heal you. Dice. Hang on.
This fills me with confidence.
Yeah. He gives you back 20 HP.
That's great. Thank you. Feeling a lot better.
Absolutely. Well, least I can do for a fellow warrior. You look at him and you realize that this dude is like frail. Like it looks like he's well past his heyday. I mean but it's weird because you kind of find your epitome of self, and this seems to be the part where he's the happiest. So he kind of walks back upstairs. So an hour passes. You can go ahead and do your short rest. During that hour, Augustine, Riva, and Frankie, what are you three doing?
Unloading all of the food from my pockets into Benny's kitchen.
Okay. Benny walks by and goes, "Oh." And just grabs like one of the fancy like hors d'oeuvres and just pops it in her mouth.
Like, definitely stole stuff that was less likely to be at Benny's. So, like, the fancy nuts, the cheeses, the
Oh yeah,
chocolates. Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Augustine's just gonna be kind of like waiting in her room, relaxing, doing her own kind of short rest. Light a candle and just collect herself, because if they end up having to fight Dorian, that is probably going to be one of the hardest fights of their existences. Just kind of self-meditation.
Okay. While you're oh, go ahead, Riva. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just want to go. She goes into her room. She's just gonna check her entire body for any new stitches on her.
Yes. You have a stitch running down your arm. Kind of for instance, it'd be like right here. Like going down into the palm of your hand.
Okay. Well, check.
I was hoping you rolled a 20 on that. That would have been funny.
I should use my inspiration.
Yeah. So, an hour goes by. Johann during this hour has shown up, and he's like, "So, I don't know when the Sovereign's gonna get back, but I figured I'd come in and check on you guys and let you know what I've heard from the fields. Obviously, us shepherds are having a difficult time. Kind of impossible to get to the garden. It's been blocked off. The armies seem to be amassing on the outside. Not necessarily on one side or the other, but things are getting tense. Looks like Dorian has this Dorian fella that you were talking about, the one with the crown. He's amassed what looks like the beginnings of a siege. The legionnaires are kind of sorting their things out, and they're also preparing for something, but we're not sure if they're aimed at each other or at us.
And did Dorian look like he was ready for like a chat with us, or a friendly conversation?
I mean, I wouldn't assume so. I would assume that if he wanted to chat with you, he would have stuck around at the end of that fight.
Well, maybe he has a change of hearts, Augustine. I don't know.
Rosina's just sharpening her axe.
The
He
rumors.
wasn't actively attacking still, all right? I'm not going to sit here and assume he's planning a siege on the city, because that's just fucking ridiculous, although apparently he's doing it anyway.
I
mean,
Warlocks are historically ridiculous.
I know, but he literally just got here. Like, can you give yourself maybe 5 minutes to amass some form of reputation before you pull something this drastic?
At the risk of pointing out the obvious, it took us how long to get into a fight when we got here?
Oh,
Like
that's your
the
fault. That's not.
collective we, not you. I don't know what you did when you got here. You predated us by a lot.
I went and sang sad songs. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't get into fights.
That
Riva,
sounds boring.
Riva and Rosina, you are both very, actually Frankie too, honestly, now that I think about it, based on your backgrounds. You are all very warrior-like mindset, martial, that sort of thing. You've been in the rank and file of armies and mercenary work. Give me, you can either roll a straight intelligence check or you can do history for uh, basic combat techniques.
It's 11.
Okay.
16.
All right.
Augustine is
8.
just pretty now.
All right. Rosina, you're the only one that really thinks about this, and you do think about it for a second. You're like, he would have to be mad to attempt this. But if what you saw was not just Kelzer, because obviously Dorian had been there, and Kelzer was sent in as an attack dog, and they were attacking from the outside. The idea of establishing dominance very early on and sending a message is exactly what this combat could have been. Now, you do know that because it was a partial success, there's a chance that this sort of crazy tactic isn't necessarily going to have Dorian lose a lot of face, but because his general went in and got murked, regardless of the reason or whether or not she accomplished her goal in the first place, could create some division in his ranks if it's not handled correctly. So that's just a kind of a combat thing that you thought about. You're like, if he, I mean, that would only make sense for him to do that if he was off his tits. So,
Well, he was the Mad King after all.
well, there you go. And while you're all considering that and you're all finishing up your short rest, we're going to leave it there. And next time when we come back, we will decide whether or not you are all going to attempt to have a parlay with Dorian, the Accursed King, or if you decide to wait for Ashlyn to come back, or any number of other options. Thank you for joining us this evening. Have a wonderful night, and those of you that celebrate, have a good holiday. We'll see you in a couple weeks.